Welcome to our comprehensive guide on offences affecting public health, safety, convenience, decency, and morals. In this video, we'll explore key legal sections that govern how society addresses nuisances, infectious diseases, adulteration, and crimes against property. Understanding these laws helps us appreciate the balance between individual rights and public welfare. We'll start by defining nuisance, move through sections on health and safety, and then examine property-related offences. By the end, you'll have a clear grasp of how the law protects both the public and private interests, ensuring a safer and more just society. Section 270 introduces the concept of nuisance, which refers to anything causing inconvenience, annoyance, or damage. Nuisance is categorized as either public or private. Public nuisance affects the community at large, causing substantial annoyance to all, while private nuisance impacts specific individuals, usually relating to their property or home. For an act to be considered a public nuisance, it must be an act or a legal omission that injuriously affects the public. The law doesn't require every member of the public to be affected, just those in the vicinity. Employers can be held liable for nuisances caused by their employees during work. Section 271 addresses acts likely to spread infectious diseases such as cholera, plague, or smallpox. The law punishes individuals who knowingly engage in actions that could transmit these diseases. For example, if someone misrepresents their health status and spreads a venereal disease, they are liable under this section. The focus is on the knowledge and intent behind the act, ensuring that those who endanger public health face consequences. This section underscores the importance of honesty and responsibility in preventing the spread of dangerous illnesses within society. Section 272 introduces the term malignantly, which refers to a deliberate intention to cause infection. This section targets those who intentionally infect others with diseases, distinguishing between accidental and purposeful actions. The law recognizes the severity of deliberate harm and imposes stricter penalties for those who act with malicious intent. By focusing on intent, this section ensures that individuals who knowingly put others at risk are held accountable, reinforcing the importance of safeguarding public health. Section 273 deals with disobedience to quarantine rules. Anyone who knowingly disobeys government-imposed quarantine regulations is punishable, regardless of their motive or whether harm results. The law emphasizes the importance of compliance with public health measures, especially during outbreaks. By removing the need for proof of injury, this section ensures swift action against those who jeopardize community safety. It highlights the collective responsibility to follow rules designed to protect everyone from infectious diseases. Section 274 clarifies that adulteration with harmless ingredients for profit, such as mixing water with milk, is not punishable. Adulteration means mixing substances of inferior quality or different kind. The law distinguishes between harmless and harmful adulteration, focusing on cases where the quality or safety of products is compromised. This section aims to protect consumers from fraudulent practices while recognizing that not all adulteration poses a threat. Understanding this distinction helps in identifying when legal action is warranted. Section 275 addresses the sale of noxious food or drink. Selling items that are harmful to health is a punishable offense. The law aims to ensure that food and beverages available to the public meet safety standards. By penalizing those who sell dangerous products, this section protects consumers from health risks and maintains public trust in commerce. It's a reminder that businesses must prioritize safety and quality in their offerings. Section 276 focuses on preserving the purity of drugs for medicinal purposes. Even if adulteration doesn't make a drug noxious to life, reducing its efficacy is enough for legal action. This section ensures that medicines retain their intended effectiveness, safeguarding public health. The law recognizes that compromised drugs can have serious consequences, so it holds manufacturers and sellers accountable for maintaining standards. This protection is vital for patient safety and trust in healthcare. Section 277 penalizes the sale of adulterated drugs. Selling medicines that have been mixed with inferior or harmful substances is a serious offense. The law aims to prevent health hazards and ensure that patients receive safe, effective treatments. By targeting those who compromise drug quality for profit, this section reinforces the importance of integrity in the pharmaceutical industry. It's a crucial safeguard for public health and consumer confidence. Section 278 deals with the sale of drugs as different drugs or preparations. Mislabeling medicines can lead to serious health risks and is punishable by law. This section ensures that consumers receive what they expect and need, preventing confusion and potential harm. Accurate labeling is essential for safe medical treatment, and this law holds sellers accountable for any deception. It's a reminder that transparency and honesty are fundamental in healthcare. Section 279 covers the fouling of public springs or reservoirs. Water sources belong to the community, and anyone who voluntarily corrupts or fouls them commits a public nuisance. The law requires that the water be rendered less fit for its ordinary use, emphasizing the importance of clean, accessible water. Protecting public resources is vital for health and well-being, and this section ensures accountability for those who pollute shared environments. Section 280 provides punishment for making the atmosphere noxious to health. Actions that pollute the air and affect the health of the general public are taken seriously. The law recognizes the impact of environmental hazards and holds offenders accountable. Clean air is essential for community well-being, and this section reinforces the need to prevent pollution and protect public health. Section 281 addresses rash or negligent driving or riding on public ways. Such conduct endangers human life or is likely to cause injury. the law aims to promote road safety and prevent accidents. By penalizing reckless behavior, it encourages responsible driving and protects pedestrians and other road users. This section is a reminder that public spaces require careful conduct to ensure everyone's safety. Section 282 deals with cases of inland navigation. If a person navigates a vessel rashly or negligently, endangering human life, they are punishable under this section. Waterways, like roads, require careful operation to prevent accidents and protect lives. This law ensures that those responsible for navigation act with caution and respect for safety regulations, reinforcing the importance of responsible conduct in all forms of transport. Section 283 penalizes the exhibition of false light, mark, or buoy. Misleading signals on waterways can cause confusion and accidents, endangering lives and property. The law ensures that navigation aids are accurate and reliable, preventing deliberate deception. This section highlights the importance of honesty and clarity in public signaling, especially where safety is concerned. Section 284 addresses conveying persons by water for hire in unsafe or overloaded vessels. Operators must ensure their vessels are safe and not overloaded, as neglect can lead to disasters. The law protects passengers and promotes responsible business practices in water transport. Safety checks and adherence to regulations are essential to prevent accidents and loss of life. Section 285 deals with danger or obstruction in public ways or lines of navigation. Creating hazards or blocking routes can disrupt public convenience and safety. The law ensures that public spaces remain accessible and safe for everyone. This section reinforces the need for responsible conduct and respect for shared environments, promoting harmony and order in society. Section 286 covers possession of poisonous substances that endanger human life or are likely to cause injury. The law requires reasonable care to prevent harm, holding individuals accountable for negligence. This section emphasizes the importance of safety in handling dangerous materials, protecting both individuals and the public from potential hazards. Section 287 extends punishment for negligent conduct with respect to fire or combustible matter. Careless handling of fire can lead to accidents, injuries, or property damage. The law encourages vigilance and responsibility, ensuring that individuals take necessary precautions to prevent harm. This section is vital for public safety, especially in densely populated areas. Section 288 addresses negligent conduct with respect to explosive substances. Mishandling explosives can have catastrophic consequences, so the law imposes strict penalties for carelessness. This section highlights the importance of proper training, storage, and handling of dangerous materials, ensuring public safety and preventing disasters. Section 289 deals with dangerous machinery. Owners must ensure proper care in operation, as unsafe conditions can endanger workers' lives. Compelling someone to work in hazardous environments is punishable. The law promotes workplace safety and holds employers accountable for providing safe conditions, protecting employees from harm. Section 290 punishes negligent conduct in pulling down or repairing buildings. Injuries must be a direct consequence of such negligence. The law ensures that construction and repair work is carried out safely, preventing accidents and protecting workers and the public. Responsible practices are essential for maintaining safe environments. Section 291 covers keeping wild or domestic animals that pose a danger to the public. Owners are responsible for preventing mischief caused by animals at large. If a tiger or bear escapes and causes harm, the keeper is liable. This law ensures that those in possession of dangerous animals take necessary precautions to protect society. Section 292 provides punishment for public nuisance, not covered by other sections. This ensures that all forms of nuisance affecting the public are addressed, even if they don't fit specific categories. The law maintains order and protects community interests, reinforcing the importance of respecting public spaces and well-being. Section 293 punishes those who repeat or continue a public nuisance after being warned by a public servant. Magistrates have the power to forbid such acts, ensuring swift action against persistent offenders. This section reinforces the authority of public officials and the importance of compliance with legal orders. Section 294 defines obscenity and its legal tests. The main test is whether the material depraves and corrupts those exposed to it. Courts use the Hicklin, Miller, and contemporary tests to determine obscenity. Vulgarity is not necessarily obscene. The focus is on the tendency to corrupt minds. The law distinguishes between exposing societal evils and promoting immoral influences, ensuring that only genuinely harmful content is penalized. Section 295 provides enhanced punishment for selling, distributing, exhibiting, or circulating obscene objects to children. Protecting minors from harmful influences is a priority, and the law imposes stricter penalties for those who target vulnerable groups. This section underscores society's commitment to safeguarding children's moral and psychological well-being. Section 296 punishes acts causing annoyance through obscenity, such as indecent exposure or sexual intercourse in public places. The law applies even if the annoyance is not limited to the intended victim. Using abusive language in private does not attract liability. This section maintains public decency and protects individuals from offensive conduct in shared spaces. Section 297 penalizes the operation of lottery offices. Running such establishments is considered an offense, as lotteries can lead to social and economic harm. The law aims to prevent exploitation and maintain order, ensuring that gambling activities are regulated and do not negatively impact society. Section 314 defines dishonest misappropriation of property. Anyone who converts movable property for their own use dishonestly is punishable. The law requires actual conversion, not just retention. The offense can occur even if possession was initially innocent, but later becomes wrongful. Illustrations show that subsequent dishonest actions constitute the crime, distinguishing it from theft, where the initial taking is dishonest. Distinction between theft and criminal misappropriation is crucial. In theft, the offender takes property out of someone's possession with dishonest intent, and the offense is complete once the property is moved. In criminal misappropriation, possession may come innocently, but later becomes wrongful through a change of intention or new knowledge. Both require dishonest intent, but the actions and timing differ. Understanding these differences helps clarify legal responsibilities and consequences. Section 315 protects property possessed by a deceased person at the time of death. The law ensures that such property is safeguarded during the interval between death and its transfer to authorized persons. This section prevents dishonest misappropriation and maintains respect for the deceased's assets, providing legal protection for vulnerable property. Section 316(1) covers criminal breach of trust. Entrustment means handing over property for a purpose, without conferring proprietary rights. The offense occurs when someone entrusted with property dishonestly misappropriates it. Examples include partners misusing firm property or managers failing to return pledged items. The law applies to both movable and immovable property, emphasizing the importance of trust and responsibility in property management. Minion over property refers to supervising or controlling assets. Criminal breach of trust involves dishonest use or disposal of entrusted property. The law punishes deliberate actions, not accidents. Cases like M.G. Mohat vs. Shivpatrapa and Pratibha Ram vs. Suraj Kumar illustrate how managers or family members can be held liable for misusing entrusted property. The focus is on intentional misconduct and breach of confidence. Criminal breach of trust differs from misappropriation in several ways. Breach of trust involves conversion of property held in a fiduciary capacity, often with a contractual relationship. The offender is lawfully entrusted with the property and misappropriates it, whereas misappropriation can occur through accident or causality. Breach of trust applies to both movable and immovable property, while misappropriation is limited to movable assets. Understanding these distinctions clarifies legal responsibilities and helps prevent abuse. Section 316(2) outlines punishments for criminal breach of trust, including imprisonment up to 5 years, fines, or both. Section 316(3) increases penalties for carriers, wharfingers, or warehousekeepers, with imprisonment up to 7 years. Section 316(4) applies similar penalties to clerks or servants. Section 316(5) imposes life imprisonment or up to 10 years for public servants, bankers, merchants, or agents, reflecting their greater responsibility. The law ensures that those in positions of trust face severe consequences for dishonest actions. Section 317(1) defines stolen property as assets transferred by theft, extortion, robbery, cheating, or criminal misappropriation or breach of trust. The law covers property within or outside India, ensuring comprehensive protection. Section 317(2) punishes those who receive or retain stolen property dishonestly, knowing it was stolen. The law requires proof of knowledge and prior possession by another, maintaining strict standards for prosecution. Section 318(1) defines cheating as deception that fraudulently or dishonestly induces someone to deliver property or consent to its retention. It also covers intentional inducement to act or omit actions causing harm. The law requires clear evidence of dishonest intent at the time of the transaction. Subsequent conduct alone does not constitute cheating. Section 318(2) provides punishment up to 3 years, fines, or both. Section 318(3) and 318(4) address cases where cheating causes wrongful loss or induces delivery of property. Distinction between cheating and criminal misappropriation lies in the timing and intent. Cheating requires dishonest intention at the initial stage of the transaction, while misappropriation can occur later through a change of mind. For example, if someone intends to deliver goods but later refuses, it may be misappropriation, not cheating. The law clarifies these nuances to ensure accurate prosecution and fair outcomes. Section 319(1) covers cheating by personation, which involves pretending to be someone else, knowingly substituting one person for another, or misrepresenting identity. Common examples include impersonation in exams, elections, or marriage. The law imposes strict penalties for such deception, with Section 319(2) providing up to 5 years imprisonment, fines, or both. Personation undermines trust and fairness in society, making legal action essential. Throughout these sections, the law addresses a wide range of offences affecting public health, safety, convenience, decency, and morals. From nuisance and disease spread to adulteration and dangerous conduct, each provision aims to protect society and maintain order. Understanding these laws helps us appreciate the importance of responsible behavior and the consequences of negligence or malicious intent. Property-related offences, including misappropriation, breach of trust, theft, and cheating, are carefully defined to ensure justice. The law distinguishes between different types of wrongdoing, providing clear guidelines for prosecution and punishment. Protecting property rights is essential for social stability and economic growth, and these sections reinforce the value of honesty and trust. Legal tests like the Hicklin, Miller, and contemporary tests help courts determine obscenity and other offences. Case examples illustrate how laws are applied in real situations, providing clarity and guidance. These tools ensure that justice is served fairly and consistently, adapting to changing societal values and challenges. Compliance with laws governing public health, safety, and property is crucial for maintaining a harmonious society. These sections emphasize the need for honesty, responsibility, and respect for others. By understanding and following legal requirements, individuals contribute to the well-being and stability of their communities. In conclusion, the legal provisions discussed offer a comprehensive framework for addressing offences against public health, safety, decency, morals, and property. They balance individual rights with collective interests, ensuring justice and protection for all. By staying informed and vigilant, we can uphold these values and contribute to a safer, more ethical society. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the law.